working on fatherhood.
Did you see my shirt?
Being a papa. Nothing is stronger than family. Ooh, I love that. Where did you get that?
Fast Five.
Did you see
Not
my
Fast
Did you
and
see my
Furious.
shirt?
What is that little
Daryl.
LD merch?
For those listening,
Daryl,
Hair
look
by
at that.
Flowbee.
we're looking at a T-shirt that Daryl's wearing with my dad's face on it. And a big
Handsome shirt.
Flowbee on it.
So yeah, Dad, did you get a fresh Flowbee cut recently, or you growing that thing out?
I guess I'm in the middle stages. You know
Nice.
what I mean?
It looks good.
I need a Flowbee. That's why
Yeah?
I'm wearing a hat.
For those who
Yeah.
don't know what a Flowbee is, explain it.
Flowbee
Yeah.
is a device that cuts your hair. You hook it up to the vacuum and it works. And I've been
So
using
it-
it probably
it
15
What does it do?
years. It sucks and cuts at the same time. And you
Sucks
use
and
different-
cuts.
Sucks and cuts. Flowbee.
Me and George.
Daryl just
That's right.
bought one.
I did.
It's on the
Did you?
table.
Yeah, I got one.
He's got to open it up.
Clooney, me, and you.
That's right.
We're all
The
Flowbee.
trio. We're like the
Flowbee.
same person. All three. Oh wow! Look at George. Look at George up there.
Flowbee.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's Flowbee, yeah.
Will it suck? Yes, it will.
I think in a couple of years I'll look just like him.
I mean, I
You're on
had
your
to-
way there.
my hair's crazy and I have calyx everywhere and it's curly and all that stuff. And the Flowbee's the best haircut I've ever gotten.
Well, thank you, son.
Is it really?
It is. It
You're not-
truly is. I'm not
It
fucking around.
really
I'm
is.
serious.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, babe, can you buy one so I can do it myself? I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Imagine I just give myself haircuts all the time.
I'm going to have to do it.
GT gave me a Flowbee, but it felt too poofy on the back of my head. It kind of looked
'Cause
like a
you got
toupee.
You got that straight, thin
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
hair.
Well, you're supposed to tell me you didn't like it, and I go back and
Well, I can't see the back of my head. I couldn't tell until.
Oh no, you got to get the mirror out. Go.
Yeah.
Hold the mirror.
you got to pay attention,
turn.
boy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
That's
so
on me.
GT, I was asking you before.
Sure.
Was your dad a good dad?
I think my dad was a good dad. You know, it's kind of funny when you look back. You go to school and you learn all this reading and arithmetic and even music, but you don't really get any formal education in how to be a parent.
Correct.
So what you're grasping, I guess, or looking at is what you had as a child and thinking that's what you're supposed to do when you're a father. And you know, when I got married to Kelly, I realized that I was doing everything wrong, so I just kind of stepped back and let mama raise the children.
Yeah.
And I would get called in for crisis management.
Yes. Or fun playtime.
Well,
There's a lot of
yeah.
videos of us just climbing on you.
Well, that's when all of us got in trouble. I was just like the fourth child, yeah.
Yes.
But getting back to my father was in my opinion, he was a very intelligent guy and a very nice guy, and he was well liked. He had all the traits of Ryan Trainor. He was out.
Really?
He was out and about, a member of several clubs, and he got around. And then he got married and had these 3 children. And he was a very hard worker. He always had 2 jobs. And
3 children?
Two children.
2 children.
Yeah, I was like, where
We have
is
another
the
one.
other?
2 children. Well, no.
You and your brother.
2 children. Yeah.
Okay.
You had 3 kids.
That's what it was. So we just had two children in the household and 2 parents, and that was probably enough right there. 2 and 2, 4 was good. Dad worked very hard, and he had 2 jobs and worked at nighttime and worked during the day. So it was very
Dang.
interesting, and he did.
So did you not see him a
He
lot?
worked for ADT, American District Telegraph, so he was in protection, ADT, and he worked in the office, and he went out on the road and went to people's homes, and if the alarm went off, he would go in and check the house and that kind of thing. And then he worked in a plating, and then he worked in a plating company or factory, and then he worked in a paper mill. And I visited the ADT and at where he worked, and I visited the plating place where he worked, and it just didn't look like very much fun. And I went to the paper mill where he worked, and it looked like very hard-working man. Never graduated from high school.
Wow.
However, he had a full rack of encyclopedias.
Self-taught.
Interesting.
And he would sit there and read those encyclopedias. So you watch your parents and you instill in yourselves what you see. Like, I think you're pretty punctual when you when you go to work and somebody tells you to be at a particular time,
Yeah, yeah.
Megan.
You're
yes.
punctual.
Oh, yeah. I'm always on time.
Yeah, and
I
think
cannot stand being late.
I think you got that from me because I thought it
100%.
was very important that we all. You remember when you say "mount up,"
Oh, yeah.
and we'd all get going in the car,
we'd get
and we'd go
whistled at.
somewhere, and we'd whistled and yelled at, and this is where we're not going to be late.
We're not going to be late.
We
You
were
guys
never
were
late
so
for
good
school,
at that.
man.
Never late for school. Not once.
Exactly, and I think one of the things I didn't really think about at the time, but that was important to me, to be punctual and I always wanted to be the best at whatever I did.
Yes.
I didn't want to accept mediocrity. So I always tried to look at how much am I going to do and how good am I going to be. And I think my father did the same thing, a very hardworking individual. So, yeah, I think he was a good father, absolutely. Oddly enough, he was in a toboggan accident very early on, and his right leg, I don't know if you know this, but years ago they didn't use a cast. They used they built a little wooden box with sandbags, and they put your leg in it, and that's what so early on he was in a toboggan. He was at the backside I think it was in the front. And I think he was supposed to steer.
Toboggan. Can we stop? Toboggan?
You don't know toboggan?
No, you know toboggan. Is this
Hold on,
another
before
East-
we get to
East
toboggan,
Coast?
I gotta get Soka out of here, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's mad annoying right now. I love you. Go play outside.
A toboggan is like a
East
sled.
Coast. It's like a sled.
It's like a sled.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a
See, we
piece-
didn't have toboggans
Look
on,
it, look
on
it,
the
look
West
it.
Coast.
It's a piece of wood that's curved.
Huh?
It's like
At
from
the
the
front end.
1800s.
Did he have like 8 Below, like 8 Huskies just pulling him?
No,
That's a
you
sled, dude.
It's like a sled. You go down the hill in your toboggan, but you could take several people with you, 3 or 4. And
Adorable.
That
And
was
you
me.
didn't steer this toboggan. You know, the guy.
Oh, that would be me in the background.
There was a other guy that threw his leg out, and that would drag and turn the toboggan. And unfortunately, he was in that position.
Dang. No.
But his right leg, right?
His right leg was out, and he caught a tree, and it broke his leg.
Ryan, you didn't miss anything. A
Jesus.
toboggan is a sled.
He knows what a toboggan is.
Yeah. Well,
I know the toboggan.
Yeah, I think I bought you a toboggan at
for our
one time.
West Coast
yeah.
listeners, a toboggan is a sled.
It's a sled.
A wooden sled, yes. Very formidable.
So he was in the toboggan going downhill.
Yep,
I
and
imagine.
threw out his
Leg
leg
out.
to steer because they thought they were going to
Right.
hit something. Right? Anyway, his right leg caught the tree, and that's how he broke his leg. And so he had a curved leg and limped all his life. And oddly
Just like
enough,
you.
yeah, just turned out to be
Watch
like,
out for your legs, man.
we all
I
turned
know,
out to be
dude.
like their fathers.
I want a motorcycle so bad.
Absolutely not. I'll buy you anything else in the world.
I just need to feel that rush,
No,
dude.
you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Nothing like it.
I just can't pass on the leg tradition.
Yeah.
Although I do ski often. I mean, it's no toboggan, but
So our dad,
When you're laying there in the hospital in the springtime, there's nothing like it.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody in there
our
has
dad,
ridden a
nobody
motorcycle.
knows that our whole life you had one leg shorter than the other. So
Yes.
you always had like a cliff on your shoe.
A lift.
A lift.
yeah, well,
cliff.
he would
A
walk
cliff.
into
What?
class in elementary school, and I remember Jimmy Dazell was like, yo, GT, what is that on your shoe? He's like, it's my puddle jumper, baby.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
how
go.
I jump puddles.
Oh, I had great stories.
Yeah.
You're
And the
great
shark
stories.
attack was another
Yeah,
great
that was a
story.
good one.
But in reality, it was just a motorcycle accident, correct?
Yeah.
But you learn a lot. You learn.
Motorcycles.
Life lessons.
Sometimes that's the best way to learn. Isn't that right, Ryan?
That is the, yes, sometimes you gotta
Sometimes
take the
gotta
hard
fall
way.
down.
You gotta fall down to get up.
Yep.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
man.
mother didn't like that when I let you do those things, you know. What are you going to put him on that bicycle? That's for a 8-9-year-old. I said, yeah, he's 3, but he can handle it.
I was a big 3-year-old.
He was a big boy. We need pictures of how giant you were.
I mean,
Just massive.
Daryl, are you gonna do that with Riley?
I
Just
think
get
so.
him.
I mean, we live so close to a nice little bike path. You know, start with training wheels,
Do
get them
we?
comfortable on that,
Okay.
and then take off the
I'm
training wheels.
terrified.
Oh, you got that.
I'll be right there.
You got that basketball court.
And we got
that
the
you can-
basketball.
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
have a
And here's the thing. I
We're
mean, with
fortunate.
kids can take a dive. You know,
Yeah.
If lower to the ground. I fell a lot on those big bikes, but then I was like one of the first kids to ride in my age group. Like I felt extra cool. But the training wheels popped off pretty quick, and I took a lot of dives.
I mean,
Lot-
you
lot of
guys,
tears.
all 3 of you, and now especially J Train because he's so fit. you guys are very athletic.
Yes, we are.
And I wasn't a very competitive person before I met you, but now it's seeped in.
on.
So Riley's definitely going to get some of those traits, and I'm
competitive.
pumped.
Yeah.
I'm pumped about it.
Yeah.
Megan had to be. You know, you got 2 boys, one
Yeah.
older, one younger.
Yeah.
And her
was fighting for
problem
my
was
life.
she wanted to do whatever the boys do and do it better than they did. So.
Well, I was going to say that too, is that you were saying that you just wanted to be the best at everything that you attempted.
Correct.
And I think you did a great job, especially with your kids, because anything that they start, they become like masters at it pretty instantly.
Well, thank you. But didn't I
Shocking.
tell you the mother raised the kids?
Yes, well, of course, it was a group effort.
Maybe I didn't make that clear.